to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today it's going to be pretty simple. I'm sure you saw the title, but we're just going to be doing double backers. I'm going to be showing you the super simple, easy way to make one, and then showing you a few tricks that you can do with them. First, let's just look at what are the things that you can make. So obviously, as you guys know, there is just the double backers. They're one side, they're the same face on both sides. You can really do this with any deck. Then, of course, there are the blank cards where they're a back on one side, they're blank on the other. I will be showing you how you can make those as well. And then finally, you can make like this where it's blue on one side, red on the other. It's all the same type of methods. There's two ways to do it. They're kind of similar, but I'll go into depths on each of those. But let's first just get into how to make the simplest double backer / any of these basically. Okay, so there's two ways that you can do this. Now, obviously, as you see, you'll need a few cards, easily like 2 is the most that you'll need, and you will need either tape of some kind or glue. If you're doing glue, I don't recommend using super glue unless you have to. Like, it depends, because I've done these without super glue, with just like Elmer's glue or something that's not as strong, and it still works because obviously super glue I guess super glue would be okay. I just had it for representational purposes, but some type of glue or tape, and then that's basically it. Now, let's go over the simplest and first method, and that's for making any of these. You're going to need 2 cards. Now, if you're doing a double backer, it doesn't matter what the cards are as long as they are have the same back. It doesn't matter which deck you're using, right? And all you have to do is either take one of the cards and you're going to put some glue all along the face, and then you're going to make sure that you align it good, but you're just going to put the other card on it, press it, let it dry, and that's literally it. You have a double backer. And of course, tape is similar, but basically with the tape, what you're going to do, obviously I'm not going to be doing it with these, but if these were the cards, right, so obviously with the glue one, you would put all the glue there, and if you wanted to put glue here too, but I found that just having it on one card is good. You would align it, press it down, right, and then it would dry and they obviously stick together. Tape is very similar. The only difference is that you're not going to be putting on the face, because tape is sticky. What you're going to do is you're already going to have them aligned, and I don't know why I have 2 different ones, but even like this, right, you would put them aligned so that you have the blue on both sides, and then I would take a small piece of tape. Each piece should be about that wide, and I would just put it one strip hanging over right along the middle of here. It'll be hanging over one strip along the middle of here, and then the final one here. So one on each side. You can see, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but you might be able to see that I did that with this one as well. I have the little pieces of tape right there on each side. So that's basically the general way. And again, this works for it works whether you're doing a double backer. If you're doing a red and blue card, all you have to do is take one card that's blue, the other one that's red, and then you would either glue it or tape it. And then the same with the blank cards. Now, these ones are a little bit harder because you would need some blank surface, but it works the same. You can take some, if you have just a blank card, but you want it to have the back as something else, you can tape or glue them together. You could, which is what I did here, or no, I didn't do this here. I thought so for a second, but you could, if you wanted, take like a piece of paper and tape it to a card, but I don't think it would look as good. I would suggest either buying one of these, or if you already have just a blank on both sides and you want to make the back different, you could glue those together. Just options, right? Use your imagination. But let's get into the second, which is a little bit harder method, but it will produce better quality results on how you can make those. Okay, so for the second one, I'll move these out of the way for just a moment, because this one I'm actually going to be showing you. And by the way, if you're doing, it's kind of funny, and I only say this because when I was going through this, generally when I make gimmicks, I use cards that are messed up, or I'm not really going to use them for any reason. So for example, this deck, a lot of these cards are bent. And so I'm sure you guys are similar. Probably if you're making gimmicks, you're probably going to use it for some discarded reasons, or discarded cards for any reason. But if you're doing this method, the cards, just the one thing you want to remember is that they have to be somewhat firm. So they don't have to be brand new like these ones actually are. They're just a bunch of like weird cards that went with it, so I can show you. But they don't have to be brand new, but they do have to have some form. You really don't want to have them bent at all. And so now let's get into how to do it. Now, basically what you're going to be doing, I'll explain it first and then I'll show you, is you're going to be taking the card and hitting it on the table until you break the fibers, because basically there's 3 parts to a card. There's 3 layers, and what you're going to be trying to do is break open the corner of it so you can peel it apart, and then you can take the thin layer, because the whole reason of this is just that if you do the version with the 2 cards either taping or gluing, it will work. You'll have a double backer or blank card or double face or whatever. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You can do it also for double facers. If you glue or tape 2 faces together, that works too. But yeah, but the only problem with this is that it's gonna be really thick. But yeah, so they're obviously going to be thick, and so generally that's not going to be a huge deal, but if the audience wants to check it out at all, wants to examine them, it will be a problem. You're going to take the card, and you're going to be trying to smash down on the table, just be tapping pretty hard on one of the corners. It doesn't matter which one, and as long as it's a hard surface, but you're just going to start doing this, trying to get these just like this. I almost have it. There we go. Where if, I don't know if you guys can see this, but see how some of the layers, what that means is then I can grab one of these layers, which is obviously the top layer, and if I just start peeling it, just like this, you can see that it's just peeling it up. It's important to lay it on a flat surface and hold down with the rest of your fingers while you take your first finger and thumb, and you're just going to start slowly peeling it off. You don't want this to happen, and obviously I did this on purpose so you guys can see, but you don't want it to rip. And the thing is, if for any chance you do mess up, let's say that you tear it completely off like that, the good news is that you can just do another corner like this, and that's the cool thing. So you can try from another corner. Alright, so this first one, and obviously this is our double backer, the audience wouldn't know that, but I tell them that I have a prediction, and we'll come back to that. The other thing too, if you would rather do, is you could already have it in the deck, and just go through and tell them that you're going to get a prediction, and then be like, I'll take this one, we'll come back to that. Nonetheless, you put the prediction out there, they don't know it's the double backer. Now you can have them freely select any card, no forces or anything, they can really select any card that they want. In this case, we'll say that they're going for this, the 4 of diamonds. Now you honestly don't know this card, but now here's the simple thing. Now you're going to tell them to just put it back anywhere in the deck. Let's just say that they put it back here, face down. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to do a move called the I think it's called, I forget. Oh, the cult. I think that's the name for it. And what that means, you guys can see the bottom, is that I'm putting the card here like this, and then I can either put it on the bottom like that as I square up the cards, or right here's the 4. Let's say that they put it here. Okay, I'll have them put it in here. And again, the other way is if I would be having it face up, if I wanted to get it to the top, but I would have them choose a card, right? They chose the 4 of diamonds, and then I would do this, okay, square up, and now I've actually secretly put it to the top without them knowing. In this case, we would be doing it face up, so we would be knowing their card, but that's okay. Anyways, nonetheless, so you would go through, have them touch a card, let's just say the Jack of diamonds. Basically, here's what you're going to be doing. You want to point to theirs, right? And then what you're going to be doing is you're holding the card above it, which in this case is the 10 of diamonds, with your middle finger and ring finger. And you're going to be doing this. This is the 10 of diamonds, and this is the Jack that we're trying to get to the top. And this is the top, obviously. We're going to be pushing the 10 in front. Right? We're using our thumb to pull the 10 in front. At the same time, we use these fingers to pull the Jack over here. And then, whoops, my bad. So here's the 10. We're doing pulling the 10 out as we do this, and then you're just going to push up like this. So you have that jack, you're going to be pushing up, and then just sliding it over right here like this. And this is all under the cover of squaring up. Okay, so this is just a real quick performance of it. Let's say that it was the 10 of diamonds, and just like that, we then have it, just by squaring the cards, we have it to the top. Now let's get into the next part. Okay, so what's happening? This is over here. You did the coal. You brought the card to the top. Now all you have to do is then you bring attention to your double backer. You just toss it on top, and then you say, "Would you be amazed if that prediction card was your card all along?" Right? They'd be amazed because it's been here the whole time. While they touch the card, they would say that's crazy. And while they're doing that, you can do one of two things. Either do what I generally do, where I'll do a thumb pull down, just get 2 cards, and then I'll do that where I get a pinky break. Or if you're able to do a pinky pull down, you can get that. You can also do this where, like, sometimes I'll do this where I just riffle along until I get 2 cards, and then I'll stab my pinky in there for a break. But nonetheless, however you want to do it, you just want to get 2 cards. You have the break, and then it's super simple. Now all you have to do, you can even give it like a flick or whatever, right? But you just turn it over. Turn the double over. Everything's done. They see their card. The double is obviously the back on both sides, so there's no cleanup to be done. There's no face-up cards. You can show this out. If you're really worried that they might want to examine the deck, you can do either a top palm to get that card, or you can even do a shuffle to get it to the bottom, and then do a real fast, just kind of do a gambler's cop type thing, cop it out. If you guys want to know both of those moves, I can teach it in full depth in another video. Basically, you have the double backer on top. You have 2 people select cards. All you have to do is make sure that they don't pick this one. It's pretty simple. If they go for it, just be like, "Oh, hold on, I just want to mention," and then just say something, whether it's, "I want to show you there's 52 cards in the deck, show some cards or something." Just make sure they don't pick that. You can even I have this joke where, I'll put out a card, but there's something, and then they'll go, and I'll try and, make them pick it, and then I'll be like, "Just kidding," right? But you could even do that. Let's say they go for it, say, don't pick that card. And then they'll, jump back, and they say, "No, I'm just kidding," you can. But a lot of times they generally won't. You could do that. Nonetheless, just don't let them pick the card. So I have 2 people actually pick cards. It doesn't matter what they are. Let's say one person picks this as the Joker card, and another person picks this one, the 4 of Hearts. And all I have to do is, first of all, while they're examining the cards, you can even have them sign it if you'd like. So they're examining the cards. All I have to do is push over with my thumb 1 card, which is obviously the double backer. And then when I'm pulling it back, just stick my pinky in there. That's the easiest way if it's just 1 card that you can get a pinky break. And basically what that means, then I take the cards back, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one of them face up, doesn't matter which one, and then I'm going to put the other one face down. And here's what I'm going to be doing, because you're going to be just taking the 2 cards, and you're just going to be flipping them a few times, and you're honestly just going to be flipping the 2 of them, and then on the 3rd, 4th time, you're going to flip all 3. You're going to flip the double and the 2 cards, and what that means is that now you have 2 cards and then a face-up one, right? So they aren't going to see anything if you push over a card, but then all you have to do is take the double backer, pretending it's the 2, set it down, or you can even put it in their hands, have them squeeze. You can put it in your hands like this. You can just hold tight and say, in a second, your cards are going to be melted together. Are you ready? They say yes. You do whatever, and then you show them, and it looks like they're melted together. Obviously, it's just the double backer. And then you say, but of course, I know you probably want to keep those. You could even give it out as a souvenir if you like, if they signed it. So you say, do you want me to bring it back? While you're talking, again, you can just get a 2-card break, whether it's riffling, or if you're doing the thumb pull down or whatever. You just get 2-card break. You put it back on, and you say, right, check this out. 1 turn and a snap, and you can see that they're 100% unlinked fully, and then you can show both cards. And again, at this point, if you want to do a top palm or something to get rid of, you can. It's not really necessary. I don't think most people don't ever actually ask me. They never really ask to examine the deck because they're too amazed on the cards. Alrighty, you guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching another video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I never realized until I was shooting this video how fun double backers are, so it's definitely something that I'm going to start using more in my repertoire. I'm probably going to be doing this, a few of these tricks when I go to Culver's. They're really good, and I love that you don't need to have any cleanup, because that's the whole point of the double backers, is that they ruin any weird looking things that the audience might find. So they're really great, and overall they're also easy to make. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you want to see more gimmick builds. I'm sure there will be more in the future. I really appreciate you guys, and I love you all so much. Thank you for your support. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want more content like this. Great content every week. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.